Hey everybody, this is Dr. Dain. Can you tell where I am? Ah, lovely Venezia! There it is. And we're leaving. There's Brendan. There's Gary. And we just finished the contribution class here, which was phenomenal. There are not enough words. And contribution is something that most people really have no idea what it truly is. You know, you can be a contribution to somebody just by being there, giving them a smile, being kind. But then also there's this thing about receiving contribution that most of us have never really learned. And we seem to have this weird idea that it's about all kinds of things that it's not. So here's your tool for today. What have I decided contribution is that it isn't? Everything that is, right and wrong, good and bad, pot and pock, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. And what have I decided contribution isn't? That it is. Right, wrong, good and bad, pot and pock, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. You can tell the sun is contributing. And so if you'll run that, what starts to happen is one of the things that happens is there are certain people you'll be around, certain things you'll see, certain things you'll receive, and you'll go, well, that's not a contribution. I don't like this. Like if you ever find yourself judging something, a lot of times it's because the contribution you're getting from it isn't what you desire. If you start running those two processes, what have I decided contribution is that it isn't? And what have I defined contribution as that it isn't? And what have I defined that is not contribution that actually is? You start to recognize that every energy could be a contribution if you'll allow it to be. I know that can sound weird. You know, you think if somebody gives you a dirty look or, you know, you get judgment from somebody, that couldn't be a contribution because that's bad energy. Well, if there were no bad and there were no good and there were no right and there were no wrong, all of it would just be energy. So it's our point of view that creates it and causes us to refuse the contribution. So one other question is, what other contributions can you receive that you're currently refusing, that if instead you were choosing, would change your whole world into something greater? Woo, that was a long one. I'm not even going to try to repeat that. Everything that is, right, wrong, good and bad, pot and pock, all nine shorts, boys and girls. So in 2.5 short minutes, you have a way of dynamically shifting into receiving more. And also what you start to do is you start to recognize the gift and the contribution that you are that has often not been received by other people because it didn't look the way they thought it should. So what else is possible, my beautiful friends? From lovely Venezia, see that guy? Yeah, he's got a boat. That guy's sitting on the boat. They're gonna go do stuff. I don't know, it looks like laundry to me. Maybe they're going to do laundry. What a contribution. People could have clean clothes. How does it get any better than that? Okay, see you next time. What if you truly being you are the gift, the change, and the possibility this world requires? And when you get the contribution you are, you start to recognize that it's actually true. And I look very much forward to meeting you in person someday. Bye-bye.